Alright, something a little different here today. I'm going to work on my bandsaw here. So my horizontal bandsaw, and it's a pretty good one. I use it almost every day. I just cleaned it up last week and it's already full of shavings and stuff. But anyway, this is a pretty decent one. This one's actually an MSC, and it's made in Taiwan. But Harbor Freight sells a knockoff, and it's probably similar and just as good. But my blades were jumping off. You know, I like to keep my bearing wheels and stuff pretty tight to keep the blade straight and everything. And it was jumping off. Let me lift it up here for you. And after putting it on a couple times, I figured there's something wrong. So I checked the bearings. These are the bearings on the side here. That's what guides your blade. And then you got one in the back here that keeps it from moving. But anyway, here's the one bearing I took off, and you can see it doesn't really spin that well. I don't know if I can get a good spin on it. I mean, it moves, but not all that great. Matter of fact, you can feel it's not crunchy, but it stops, you know, and you got to put more pressure on it. But anyway, that one's bad. I checked the rest of them, and they're pretty good. You see the way this one spins? Just with a little flick, and it just keeps going. So this bearing here is good. But if you're going to replace one, you might as well replace them all. And it's not that difficult. I already started without you. I took one off, but it just didn't pull off. You know, I had to use a gear puller. So I ordered some on Amazon, and they should be here in a couple days. So we'll get back to you. I'll show you how to take these off, and then when they come in, we'll show you how to put them on. But when you order them, what you got to do, you might be able to see this better than me. They got a number on them, and right there, this one is 6000Z, and then you get another number here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it says ABEC-1. That's the tolerance. And that's like the cheapest, weakest, cruddiest bearing you can get. The ones I ordered was a ABEC-3, which is, you know, slightly better. And then they got the name, but this one here just says BMW. But the ones I ordered were they were XIKE. I don't know how you pronounce that in Chinese or whatever they are. I'm assuming they're from China because they didn't have anything written on them. But anyway, the company's been in business since 1945, so they've been making bearings good. And these are very common bearings. They use these on roller skates and skateboards and stuff like that. And it's a 10 by 26 by 8. That's a millimeter. 10 millimeter. That's the inner diameter. By 26, the outer diameter. And then 8 millimeter is the width. So it's common bearing, and I was able to get them on Amazon for $9 for 10 of them. So it's less than $1 a piece. And I just went to check it again, and I must have got them on sale because they're up to about $10.19 now. But I'll leave you a link in the description for them. But it's definitely worth replacing them. You know, I loosened the blade up a little bit so it wasn't so tight, but then it started cutting crooked, so that's why I'm replacing them. So let me show you how I got this one off, and we'll continue on. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is take the blade off here. If you guys own one of these, you already know how to do it, but this is for the guys that just got them and aren't familiar with it. I got a good deal on this. I think I paid $75 for this used. Like I said, I use this thing all the time. Alright, yeah, loosen the blade up. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn yours around here. Alright. That knob up top. You just loosen that and your blade will come off. Be careful because this thing is curly and it'll snap and twist and do all kinds of damage. Yeah, you see I had that on it pretty tight. There we go. Like I say, watch this thing jump off on you there, so there we go. Alright, yeah, when you put it back on, make sure your teeth are pointing down. Alright, actually the rest of these bearings are all pretty good. Like I say, this one here, you see how nice that spins? You see that? And even this one here spins nice. And these down here, both of these spin good, so I only had one bearing that was slightly tight. So, alright, first thing you do, you're going to need a pair of these, or I guess you could use a screwdriver and pop that off. You know, it's a snap ring. But let's see what we can do here. Pretty tiny one. There we go. Just make sure it don't snap off and go across the garage here on you. Alright. You see now that's pretty tight. I could, the other one was tight too. So what you can actually use, the first one I took off with is with this, it's a battery terminal puller. And that worked good. That fits right behind there. And you just put that on there and take it off. I got this other one here. I'll try this. Like I say, they might just come right off if you got a Harbor Freight or something. Alright. Having trouble keeping it on there. Once it starts moving, you'll be okay. I'm having trouble with that one. Try this one. Right, yeah, this one's a little better. I don't know if you hit it from behind if it'll come off. It doesn't matter if you ruin it because you're going to replace them anyway. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Just a little sticky. Still ain't coming off. There we go. Alright. There you go. They're on there pretty good. Like I say, you could probably try prying and stuff, but yeah, like I say, this one's pretty good. So, alright, I'm going to try and hit this pin out, and I might have to take this whole assembly out and put it in a vise, because I don't want to be banging on that while it's in the machine. But if it comes out easy, then we'll keep it on the machine. Alright, I moved you in a little bit. Hopefully that stays focused for you, because sometimes when you're filming like this it doesn't. But it's moving pretty good, so I'm just tapping it. I'm not really having to hit that hard, so it's coming out. Whoop, there it is. That should fall right out now. Alright. Oh yeah. You see that one spins good too. So I only had one bad bearing. It was already pre-greased and everything. I guess you could oil them if you wanted to, but I don't think that would help my other one. Alright, I'm going to shut this down, and then when the bearings come in, I'll turn these back on and we'll put these back together. I'm going to take the bottom one apart. You don't have to see that. You know the procedure. So make sure you don't lose your little snap rings or circlips, whatever the hell they call them. They're pretty small. Matter of fact, I'm going to put mine back on there so I don't lose it. Alright, we'll see when our new bearings come in. Alright, I'll turn these back on for a second because I'm going to take the bottom one apart. And here's a step you probably don't have to do, but I'm just going to take this off because it's only a couple real short bolts, and it helps you. It's going to help you get to that. And I take this plate off, and I got a big plate here, and I put it on there when I want to use it as a vertical bandsaw. But don't lose your screws. Alright, we'll take these off, and like I said, we'll see you when our new bearings come in. Alright, working on our bandsaw again here. Our bearings finally came in. Whoops. It took about a week. You know, Amazon's usually pretty good, but these guys got hung up somewhere, so it took longer than expected. Held up a job, but it's okay. Alright, let me set you up on a tripod and we'll put these back in. Alright, put this middle one in first. This one that holds it from going backwards. Feels like it's there. Tight fit. There we go. Yeah, it was a tight fit in there. But that's okay. That's where it's supposed to be. Alright. And after these other ones, I got a little socket here that'll fit right over that little center there. Yeah, I hope these ain't as tight as that back one was. Okay, it's working. Okay, I think it's home. Let's try this other one here. That one went on a little better. Okay, you hear it went home. Alright. Let me find my little circlips there. Be right back. Alright. Got a little snap ring here and try to put it on here. Alright. That seemed to work pretty good. Put this other one on. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm going to put the bottom one on here and then we'll put our blade on and see how it works. Alright, you guys might as well help me put this one in too, because you've been here this far. Yeah, these pins only go in one direction, so you see how easy it is? It won't go in the other way. So give this a try. I'm going to try and stay out of your way. Alright, got the magic hammer here. Yeah, that one actually went in better than the top one. Alright, let's put these other ones on here. Alright, that one's home. Like I say, these are only 90 cents a piece, so and it's better than the ones that were down there. There we go. Straighten it up a little bit. Just a little more. You can actually hear when it hits. Alright. Let's see if we can find a circle up here. Snap ring. I keep calling them circlips. I guess they call it a snap ring. Alright. Alright, there we go. Now I just gotta put the blade on. Alright, don't go away. Almost forgot about our plate here. This thing's in the way up top here, so it's a little tough to get to, but it'll be alright. Alright, now let's get the saw, the blade. Alright, everything's back together. I even put a new blade in there. You know, I don't know how old that one was, but they're not that expensive. And I threw a piece of steel in there. So let's see, let's give it a whirl. Pretty good. Let's take it out now. Check it on our square here. There we go. Not bad. I mean, it's not a precision machine, but pretty square. I'm happy with that. Alright, what do you say? Call this one a video, huh? Alright, hope that helps somebody out. Alright, see you guys later.